my full recap and review on Austin City Limits Music Festival. I just attended Austin City Limits Music Festival, aka ACL, and I'm going to take a deep dive into all the ins and outs of the festival to help you prepare for when you go. ACL takes place over 2 separate weekends, and they're usually the first 2 weekends in October. And it's a 3-day festival. So this year, the dates of the festival were Friday, October 3rd through Sunday, October 5th. And then the following weekend was Friday, October 10th through Sunday, October 12th. I only attended one day. I went Sunday, October 12th. This festival is held in Austin, Texas, hence the name Austin City Limits. And the venue that this festival takes place at is at Zilker Park, which is a park like smack dab in the center of Austin. Before I get any further, I just like to throw in there that I am a born, bred, and fed Austinite. I'm an original Austinite. There are so many transplants that are coming into the city, but I'm proud to say that these are my roots. However, I'm not a big ACL girl because it's a mixed genre festival, so I've only been a few times. That doesn't make me any less Austin, but just throwing that out there. I'm proud to say that I'm an Austin OG. Ticket types. There are 4 different ticket types that you can get for this festival. You can get GA, GA+, VIP, and Platinum. GA tickets start at $320 for a 3-day pass. One day I went Sunday, and for my 1-day GA ticket, that cost me $177.18. A standard GA ticket just gets you into the festivals. You have porta potties as bathrooms. You have access to the free water stations, and that's about it. You just get into the festival. There's no perks, there's no amenities, there's no special items that you can use. You just basically get into the festival with that ticket. A GA Plus ticket, those start at $650. I'm making this video in 2025. Maybe prices will go up over time. This is just giving you an idea. With a GA Plus ticket, you have access to a GA Plus lounge, and within that lounge, you have AC bathrooms. You get your own bar, there's some seating, and you have your own food in there as well. So it kind of sounds like a VIP section to me at other festivals. If you've experienced VIP at other common festivals, that sounds exactly like a VIP ticket to me. There is no like dedicated viewing areas in there. So I guess the biggest perk about GA Plus is having the lounge access and access to seating and special foods, drinks, and the AC bathrooms. The VIP tickets start at $1,610. That is quite an expensive VIP ticket. I think the most I've ever spent for a VIP ticket was at EDC Vegas for $1,000. Let's see what a VIP ticket gets you for that price. You get viewing decks, you have shaded lounges, you have a VIP lounge, you have complimentary Wi-Fi, massages, a salon, and chargers. So that's actually pretty good for all those things to be included in the price of VIP. That's actually really good. And then you have the same access to the GA Plus amenities. Now the platinum ticket, a 3-day platinum ticket is $5,150, and this comes with quite the package. So you have access to complimentary shuttles, you get golf carts that'll take you around the festival because Zilker Park is kind of a big venue. It's a lot of walking and it's super hot. So those little golf carts I think would come in clutch. You have access to a lounge, you get your own dedicated entrances. And I saw this like coming into the festival and even going to like the merch shop, they had their own dedicated entrance to skip the lines. You have viewing areas, you have access to the same amenities that GA Plus and VIP have, and all the food and drink is included. So this sounds like quite the ticket. At first glance, you're like, oh my God, $5,000 for a festival ticket. Listen, if you got the money, this sounds amazing. Normally I am a VIP ticket getter, but I only went one day for this festival and a 1-day ticket was $700. I was like, I can't justify that price. If money ain't a thing to you, or if you just want to save up all your money, like say ACL is your favorite festival and you look forward to it and it's like your biggest dream to get a platinum ticket and you save all your coin for it, then yeah, do it. Because like I said, I like VIP amenities and this platinum ticket sounds kind of amazing, right? So if I had the money, I would definitely do that. Accommodations, where should you stay when you come to ACL? So thankfully, me as a local, I live here in Austin, so I didn't need to book any accommodations. Now, I did mention that the festival is downtown Austin. If you want to be near the venue, there are hotels near downtown Austin. If you're an Airbnb person, there are some neighborhoods around there as well if you want to be as close to the venue as possible. I looked at the website and they do have a hotel tab on there. The festival just ended, so there's nothing listed on there now, but if you need some direction, then I would check the official website for the hotels that they recommend. Sometimes they offer, from my experience when I've booked hotels through the official website of other festivals, there's like a slight discount. I prefer hotels over Airbnbs in general, so that's just a good option for you, or you could just wing it and just book your own accommodation altogether. Transportation, how to get to and from Zilker Park. Leading up to the festival, I saw on the ACL Instagram that they were offering free shuttles from certain parts of downtown Austin. Now for me, that wasn't going to be a benefit for me because I still have to drive down there and park. So I was like, if I'm going to have to drive down there and park, I'd rather be as close as possible and not have to like park and then get on a shuttle and go. So there are complimentary shuttles. Just either look on the website or look at the Instagram of where those shuttles are going to be running. There is no parking on site the venue, which is like the biggest pain. I would say like most legitimate venues have parking on site, but not Zilker Park. So through the website, I saw that there were some parking options that were nearby, but those were like $40, $60, $75 if you went through the ACL website. I parked at the Palmer Convention Center, which is a 20-minute walk. It's directly on Barton Springs Road. Barton Springs Road leads right up to Zilker Park. So I just had to park and then walk a straight shot down into Zilker Park. 20-minute walk is not that bad at all. So I paid $20 to park at that convention center, which was very affordable to me. And I like that it was a quick walk there and back at the end of the night. And if you don't like to walk, don't worry. There are so many pedicabs in Austin that are, I don't think I got any footage of it, but waiting for you right outside the convention center. Like you're walking out and they're like, we'll give you a ride, we'll give you a ride. But let me warn you, those vary in prices and they say they work off tips, but some of them will say $50, $10, whatever. I've had some bad experience with pedicabs, and so I would just rather walk. If you're not into walking, do not worry. There's pedicabs available and those are quicker in these situations than an Uber. In that area, Barton Springs, Zilker Park area, those are much quicker and faster than getting in a car because the vehicle traffic is crazy. And there's also a bunch of pedicabs waiting outside of Zilker Park when you're leaving if you cannot make that walk at the end of a festival, because let's be real, you're gonna be walking all damn day at the festival. I'm sure the last thing you want to do is walk back to your car. And if you want to Uber, there's going to be a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of traffic, so just plan accordingly. Like you're not going to be able to get dropped off right at the entrance of the festival. You're going to have to get dropped off somewhere off Barton Springs Road or Lamar and have to walk to the entrance. Or if you're coming from the others, like there's multiple entrances to get into Zilker Park. You can come from Mopac, which is the highway. You can park by Austin High and cross under the bridge. By the way, I went to Austin High. Or you can come from the Barton Springs entrance. But either way, there's gonna be some walking involved. Let me just say that there is no drop off right at the front of this festival. There's gonna be some walking involved, whether you park, whether you take maybe the shuttles will take you right to an entrance, but again, I'm not even sure where these shuttles pick up and drop off. But if you are taking a car, taking an Uber, there's gonna be some walking involved. The lineup, I've already mentioned that ACL is a mixed genre festival. There is going to be country singers, Latin singers, EDM, hip hop, pop. There is just so much that this festival brings. So if you like mixed genre festivals, this is right up your alley. I always used to say that ACL is like a baby version of Coachella, just small, compact, but they bring the same kind of heavy hitters. Like this year, ACL had Sabrina Carpenter. I know she's going to be at Coachella next year. So just to kind of give you an idea of the type of lineup that ACL has. I only went one day because all the artists that I would have liked to see just happened to be on one day. I predominantly listen to EDM and reggaeton, but there's some other music that'll catch my ear, every now and then. The artists that I wanted to see, and they all happen to be on the same day, were John Summit, T-Pain, Fade, and Doja Cat. Oh, and Disco Lines too. John Summit and Disco Lines, that's EDM. Fade is reggaeton. T-Pain T-Pain. Let's take a moment. T-Pain was the #1 seller for me to buy this ticket. Because I go to EDM festivals all the time, I have seen John Summit and Disco Lines too many damn times to count. T-Pain. I was 16 years old and a sophomore in high school at Austin High, which is directly across the lake from Zilker Park, when T-Pain was popping off. I have waited 19 years to see that man. So he was the #1 selling point for me. And then I like some of Doja Cat's music. I haven't seen her in a while, and I know that she kind of shifted and changed. The last time I saw her was in 2021, and I loved it, but I was intrigued about this new Doja that I've seen on the internet and heard people talk about. So I was also thrilled to see her. However, a few weeks before ACL, she posted saying that she wasn't going to be able to come. She's working on an album or something like that and just can't make it. So she dropped out and they replaced her with the Killers. I'm not a Killers fan. At the end of the day, I went for T-Pain. I would have liked to see Fade too, but once the set times came out for these artists, Fade was going to be on the same time as T-Pain. I already knew I wasn't going to leave T-Pain. So T-Pain was the highlight of my weekend. That was such a great performance, just hearing all of these songs that I went to high school with. Buy You a Drink, Stripper, like, oh, so good. The stages of ACL, there are 6 stages. You have the beatbox stage, the BMI stage, T-Mobile, Miller Lite, Lady Bird Lake, and American Express. And American Express is the main stage. I only saw sets at T-Mobile, Miller Lite, and American Express. I don't know if certain stages play certain genres, like if the Lady Bird plays only reggaeton or whatever. I have no idea about that. Like at the festivals that I'm used to going to, there's like a house stage, techno, dubstep, right? But I have no idea how the stages of ACL work. There's so much variety, so many stages. And what I noticed is like, even if they look really close together, like, oh my God, these stages are way too close, they stagger the artist. Like there's not 2 artists going on at the same time. So that's good. They're very mindful and make sure that they are staggering artists. Festival food. This festival had so much food. I've never seen anything like it. I am so proud of my city for showing up and showing out with the cuisines because there was so much. There was Asian, Indian, barbecue, pizza, burgers, Hispanic foods, like just so much freaking food. The big food section is the ACL Eats section, but they do have other like smaller clusters of food throughout the festival. So you would think like the ACL Eats section is amazing, but they sprinkled food all throughout the festival. They even had a whole sweets section. Like this festival was amazing. I had a hard time narrowing down what I was going to eat, and I only went one day. So I was like, how the hell am I going to try as many things as I want to? So that was my goal, was to eat 2 to 3 times in there because I wanted to try as many things as I could. And I'm not a chicken tender girl. I want to try something fun, something new. So the things that I ate in there were loaded pork belly fries, a chicken tikka masala wrap, pepperoni rolls. Pepperoni rolls sound kind of basic compared to the other things, but they were so damn good. My favorite thing was the chicken tikka masala wrap because I freaking love Indian food. That was so damn good. So for all 3 of those meals, I spent $49.55. The meals ran between like $12 to $15, $16 per meal. If you are going to ACL, do not skip out on the food. There is so much to eat. It's hot out there. You need your energy to keep going. Eat your damn food. Speaking of it being hot, let's talk about the weather. It's October and certain parts of the United States it starts to cool down. Not in Texas. It was so damn hot. So just plan accordingly. There are plenty of hydration stations all throughout the venue. So bring a reusable water bottle so you're not having to constantly buy water. They also allow those Camelback backpacks with the water jug in it. Stay freaking hydrated because it is so hot. I think it was like 90 and I was just constantly sweating. I don't care if this is too much information or not, but I didn't pee inside ACL once and I was drinking so much water. I was just sweating it out. My bladder wasn't even holding it. It is hot. Something else that ACL does that I really like is that there are so many giant covered structures for you to escape the sun. And I saw some people complaining about it on ACL saying that there's not enough shaded areas. What do you mean? There's one covered stage. Oh, there's actually 7 stages because there's the Tito stage. I forgot about that one. 7 stages. There's one covered stage, the Tito stage, but then there are 3 different giant tents, and they have picnic tables, and there's fans and misters, and you can go in there and sit down. There's plenty of space and plenty of areas where you can go and cool off. So I'm not sure what people are talking about that there's not enough shaded areas. ACL did a phenomenal job providing those structures and places to cool off and escape the sun. It's also super dusty in there. So I saw a lot of people wearing bandanas or even suggesting bringing bandanas and like the ACL survival guides that I saw on social media. I didn't do that. I don't even have a bandana, so I just suffered. I was coughing throughout the whole day. Again, TMI, I don't care. You're gonna have black boogers at the end of it. And that's something else everybody talks about on social media, the dust. You're just inhaling dust. Keep in mind, you're gonna be dusty and you're gonna be sweaty as hell. Cell service. Earlier in the day, it was fine. I was able to text, I was able to post, but as the day goes on, this is usually how it goes at other festivals. The text started slowing down and I wasn't able to post at all. This is a big festival. There are a lot of people in there. So just keep that in mind, is that you may lose service. If you're going to be there with a group of friends, like just plan meeting points. Like because in case those texts don't go through, in case those calls don't go through, say, hey, let's meet at the ACL balloon at 8:30. So that's the cell service issue. What is the crowd like at ACL? This is an all ages festival. I saw infants there in strollers all the way to much older people. I'm 35 years old, so much older to me is like people in their 60s. Very mixed age crowd, and it's also very diverse because it's a mixed genre festival. So you have people like me that rave there for the EDM sets. You have a lot of high school kids that were there for Sabrina Carpenter. We have UT here, the University of Texas, so there's going to be a lot of college kids too. I personally did not experience any negativity, any bad crowds, any bad people, but I also stay my ass in the back. I don't like to get deep in the crowds. I like my space to dance and move freely and have fun. I don't want to be squished and cramped and have people bumping me or pushing me, but I have seen all over social media that the crowds were rowdy the closer that you get to the stages. And I see most people complaining about like the high school kids or the young college age kids that were acting crazy at John Summit, like the frat boys, the Chads, the Brads, the Bops, and then the little girls going nuts for Sabrina Carpenter. Like there's videos, people would get in line at 6 a.m. The doors don't even open up until 12 to be first in line to run to the barricade. Those videos are crazy. I saw other videos of, these girls looked like they were 16, 17 years old. One girl punched another girl in the face waiting for Sabrina Carpenter. I have no idea what happened, but that is what is going down. So again, I didn't experience any of that, but since this is a mixed genre festival, a all ages festival, just depending on who the lineup is bringing in, you're gonna get such a wide variety of people. And apparently these young kids don't know how to act. I didn't experience anything bad, thankfully. Now you know the types of people that can be at ACL. What do people wear? Because it's such a diverse festival with all sorts of people, I saw all sorts of different outfits. It's hot, so dress for the weather. Wear your shorts, your tank tops, your crop tops. I did see a lot of girls in cowgirl boots and long flowy skirts, bandanas, that was a thing. And I feel like boho style, those are like the videos that I saw on TikTok going, but once I actually got to the festival, like you see all sorts of different outfits. So at the end of the day, just wear what's comfortable for you. For me, I wore a bikini top, a long flowy skirt, and some shorts. So to me, I dressed more like rave because that's what I have, like rave wear. And I was still hot in that outfit, like it was so hot. But also another thing, I got so many compliments. So thank you to the people of ACL for complimenting my outfits. But at the end of the day, wear what's comfortable, dress for the weather. Extras. In this section, I usually talk about like pre-parties or after parties, things like that, but I don't even know if ACL has anything like that. So I'm gonna talk about the extras that I saw inside the festival that are not normal of other festivals. There are so many different activations inside ACL. There's like a Tito's activation, there's a Patron house, there's different lounges. Like somebody was asking about the DoorDash lounge. Like I have no idea what that is. And I saw these activations on TikTok before I went. So I was like, oh, that would be cool to check out. Once I got there though, there are long ass lines to get into these activations. Do what you will with that. If that's something you want to experience, either go early or just plan accordingly, because I did not want to get into any of the activations. The cool thing for me was the merch tent or the merch section. There's a giant AC'd merch section. This is one of the merch shirts that I got, Austin. This is the other one. And for both of these shirts, it was $79.03. There's also different merch tents throughout the site, but going into that cool merch shop, they have so much in their shirts, hats, blankets, water bottles, just so much. So if you are a merch person, definitely go check out the merch store because that was super extra. Dislikes of ACL. This isn't necessarily a dislike. Going in, it took a lot longer than what I'm used to. Be aware, when you are going through the GA sections to get into the festival to go through security, it's gonna be a wait. I got there around 2 and there was already so many people. And I remember the first time I went to ACL, it was the same thing. So unless you have the platinum and VIP to just be able to walk right in, you're gonna have to wait. I didn't like waiting, but it is what it is. The security is doing their job. So just be aware of that. Plan accordingly, that if there's a certain artist that you want to see that goes on a certain time, like get there an hour before, because you just never know how long the security is going to take. It took me 30 minutes to get through, but it could take a lot longer. Like I saw somebody say that they waited an hour to get in. So just plan accordingly. And again, it's hot. So you're standing out there, you're in a crowded lump of people just trying to get in. And the reason why it takes so long is because security is so thorough. They are unzipping every single zipper and pouch and going through the bags. Like they're doing their job. So I appreciate that, because I've gone through some festivals where I open up my bag and they just look in. Like when I went to Breakaway, the security guard goes, "You got a lot of stuff in there." And then just waved me on. Like I never take anything bad. There's no drugs, there's no weapons or anything on my bag. That's the point of security, just like being safe. Again, not necessarily a dislike because security is doing their job and I understand, but it took a while. And I've mentioned before, like I normally get VIP tickets, so I do have that fast and quick expedited entry, but I didn't have it for this festival. So just plan accordingly. It's going to take you some time to get in. I also didn't like how dusty and hot it was, but that has nothing to do with ACL. That is just the weather of Texas and the Zilker Park venue. I didn't like that Doja Cat dropped out. Like that sucked. I was really looking forward to her. I don't care for the Killer, so that was just a bummer. Thankfully, T-Pain was the main reason why I was going, but like I did want to see Doja Cat. Yes, I like the EDM artists, but I see them all the time at other festivals. If I'm going to a mixed genre festival, I want to experience other artists, so it sucked that Doja Cat dropped out. What did I like about ACL? The two things that come to the top of my list are T-Pain, of course, and the food. Just the food options being so plentiful. Not only was there so many options, but it was also good food. Loved the food there. Other things that I took note of, I've already talked about how they provided so many structured tents and places to sit and rest and picnic tables and all that. I loved that. I never felt like there wasn't any space for me to sit down or anything. Like every time I got something to eat, I had places to sit and eat. So that was great. And again, escaping the sun, it is so hot, and they had these giant fans and misters. Like they're really doing what they can to keep people cool. I also noticed near the food sections that there were so many little hand sanitizer pumps. I have never seen that at another festival, and I've been at like 70 something festivals. That was amazing. Like you're about to eat food with your hands, probably if you're eating like a burger or fries, like you want clean hands. So the fact that they had so many of these hand sanitizer stations and even trash receptacles, like good job ACL. I really liked that. Do I recommend ACL? Yes. If you are a mixed genre festival person in general, then absolutely. Even though it's not my cup of tea, like I still had fun, and that's why I went the one day. If you like mixed genre festivals, you want to go all 3 days, then 10 out of 10, yes. I really do like ACL. The day that I went, even though I don't like all the artists, the festival still has so much to offer. The food, the activations, there's so much to do and see. And also Austin's a great city. I'm not just saying that because I'm from here, but it really is a great city. So if you either love Austin or want to come visit, visit, this is a great opportunity for you to come. And it's not a basic festival. There's more to do than just listening to the music. It's a festival with an experience, I would say. So absolutely 10 out of 10, recommend ACL. If you want to see what my full day looked like and how it played out, go ahead and watch my festival vlog. And if you also want to see the entire venue, I did do a venue tour, so go ahead and watch that as well. So you can get the full idea of what ACL has to offer, what the venue looks like, and it'll help you prepare for when you go to ACL. Thank you guys for watching. If you didn't know, my name is Alicia, but I go by Electric Ollie, and I am dancing across the globe, one festival at a time. And the next festival I'm going to be going to is Wicked Oaks here in Austin, Texas. This is the very first time that this festival has ever taken place, and I'm going to be doing the same thing where I vlog, show the venue tour, a full recap and review, and I'm also doing VIP for that festival, so I'm going to show you the ins and outs of VIP as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys at Wicked Oaks.